UFC 326, we get an amazing main event on this one for the BMF Championship. Max Holloway going up against Charles Oliveira, a rematch we've been waiting years for. And we're going to break down the whole entire card. In this video, for every single fight, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. I'm going to tell you who I think wins and how they win. So if that sounds good to you, stick around and let's talk about the UFC 326 fight card.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
And now for anybody new here and for all my OGs out there, once again, I'm sick. I got young kids. They constantly get me sick. So yesterday I didn't drop a free play video that I usually drop daily, but usually we drop them every single day, and you can still get them every single day. If you go down below, visit my buddy Stan, join the Winnable. It's all there for absolutely free. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. Apologize. And if my voice sounds a little bit hoarse or anything like that, that is exactly why. But we're going to break this one down, unedited, unfiltered. We're going to talk about every single fight on this card. And we're going to start off with one that I absolutely can't wait to see. A good light heavyweight bout here. Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. I absolutely love this one. I love Luke Fernandez. Love what I saw from him in the Defenders or Dana White's contestant series, DWCS, I believe is what they call it now. It's changed names over the years, but Fernandez is making his UFC debut here after a fast knockout win, like I was just saying, on that Dana White contender series. He's a perfect 6-0. Bellato, he's well-rounded as well. As you can see, 6'3", 205. He's got a little bit of a height advantage on him. Nothing too drastic, though, but he's extremely well-rounded. I do think this line's a little bit wide. As of right now, Luke Fernandez is minus 235, and Bellato is plus 180 on there. But I do think the sportsbook's got this one right. I like Fernandez. Normally, we don't back a fighter in his UFC debut, but I think he's got solid wrestling, grappling. I love to give him a big edge in this fight. So he's also got extremely good KO power in those hands. Like I just said, he had a very fast knockout to win Dana White's contender series. For this fight, I'm going to have to go with Luke Fernandez here to get TKO. I think if he doesn't knock him out, he's probably going to end up winning by decision here. But if you wanted to use Luke Fernandez as a money line piece, go on ahead and do so. And minus 235 would boost it up quite a bit. But if you want to play just a straight bet, I love Luke Fernandez for that knockout. Sorry, guys, my voice. Oh, I'm starting to feel it now that I'm actually doing a video. It's not good over here, but we're going to keep on powering through. Next, we got Rafael Tobias and Dair. I tell you what, man, I'm bad with names anyway. Nergozier. But the UFC treats us nicely every single time I do a video because they got some names in this organization here. But we got a good bout here between these two. I absolutely love this one. He's Tobias is a little bit unknown. He's only 1-0 in the UFC, while Dair's been around. He's 10-2. His last fight was a loss, and Tobias, this will be his second fight in the UFC. But I do think Tobias, he's going to have a very, very good outing. This is his actual debut on an actual card, because his other debut, I guess you could say, was on Dana White's contender series. He's only 22. He's well-rounded. He can fight and win this one anywhere at all. I do think his biggest edge in this fight, though, is going to be on the ground. I think Nergozier is a decent, dangerous striker, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to get that going. I think he's going to spend a lot of time on his back. I'm going to take Tobias here to get this fight to the mat and finish it with either a submission or a grounded pound. So again, Tobias is minus 290. So if you wanted to stick him maybe with Luke Fernandez as a little parlay, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I do think the best bet for just this fight alone straight is Rafael Tobias within the distance, because I honestly, once he gets him to the ground, he can either submit him or just straight ground and pound him there. So we do like Tobias to win this one pretty convincingly. I don't know if he's going to do it in the first round, but I do like him to get it done overall. Now, next, we got Jesus Aguilar versus, guys, help me out here. What is going on? They need to put some kind of I forget, what's it, phonics? No, I forget the way that they break it down so you can enunciate it, but Sumadarji, that's his name now. He is 8-17. We got Jesus, who is 12-3 here. Sumo's got a bigger advantage in the height as well as the reach and in the leg and the arm category there. Don't really have too much that I love in this fight. Sumo Madarji is minus 245 on the money line. Jesus is plus 186. Sumadarji does have a big strike edge in this matchup. Like I said, he's got that reach. He does need to avoid getting taken down, though. 6 of his 7 losses are by submission, and more than half of Aguilar's wins are by submission. So Aguilar, he's not that great of a wrestler. So if Madarji can avoid being taken down, I think he should cruise to the decision win here. I don't really think he's going to knock out Jesus. I think maybe the best, if you can do it, is doing a little double take here where you take Sumo to get either a decision win or Jesus to get a submission win. I do absolutely love that one. I know you can do it on DraftKings. That's probably what I'm going to do for that fight. If not, I'm just going to straight up stay away from this one. Now, those are the early prelims. That brings us into Cody Durden versus boys and girls. Another name, the Mongolian. I'm going to call him the Mongolian. Cody Durden coming out 17-9. The Mongolian is 9-1, as you can see there, with a big, significant reach in this fight. But I do think, as close as it's going to be, I'm going to have to go with the underdog here. Cody Durden is plus 122. If I had just played it straight, he probably gets the win by a split decision. I think it's going to be a close, scrappy fight. Both guys strike kind of similarly at a similar pace. They do like to both mix in takedowns. I do think we get a good mix of striking and wrestling in this matchup here. Overall, though, I do think Durden has the wrestling edge, and he's got very, very good defense. This looks like a PK type fight to me, so that slight edge is good enough for me to side with the underdog, Cody Durden here. Give me him on the plus money. Again, probably one I'd stay away from, or do like a half a unit just for that plus 122 there. Next, we have Ricky versus Alberto. Ricky's 13-5. Alberto is an 11-1 here. The odds aren't too bad in this one. Ricky is plus 158 and Alberto is minus 205. I do think that Ricky gets the split decision here. Montez is just making his fight debut here over in the UFC. I'm not big on backing fighters in their debut unless there's something that really sticks out to me, like the previous ones that we've talked about. Ricky's got an awkward style, but he does have a high work rate and good cardio. Honestly, I could see this one going either way. So if I had to pick, I probably would stay away from this fight. But if we had to pick, we'd do Ricky by split decision. Now, next, and absolutely one that I can't wait to see, Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage just seems to, I don't know, be falling off a little bit. Maybe it's because in his last fight, he just got a bad beat. And he took this one on short notice. I think it's a very bad matchup for him. Dante Johnson, I mean, the odds reflect it. Minus 620 there on the money line. I think Johnson's got the significant striking edge. He's got big power. I also like him to have the wrestling edge as well. I'm going to take him in here. I think he gets a very early TKO. So Dante Johnson for a knockout on that one. Next, we got Garbrandt versus Long. Nice little matchup here. This one's not too bad. Not a short notice fight. I do think that we've seen the best from Garbrandt already. I do think he's on the decline now. He doesn't really wrestle anymore. He throws low volume on the feet. It's hard to win fights that way without a knockout. So I'm going to side with Long here. I don't think Cody's got what it takes to knock him out. Long is a minus 162. I do like him by decision because I do think Cody is still a smart fighter. I just don't think he's really got much left in the tank. He might surprise us, but I like Long here by decision. We're going to kind of speed up just a little bit because I do want to get to that main event. It's such a good card on this one. But we got Bruno Ferreira versus Gregory Rodriguez. This one should be an absolute brawling. I love this matchup. Very, very good skill sets going together here. I think Rodriguez, though, skill-wise, might edge out Bruno just a little bit. I am a big Bruno Ferreira fan, but I think that Rodriguez does edge him out skill-wise. However, he does have a questionable chin here, and Ferreira does have that knockout power that we absolutely love. So I think that Rodriguez does need to avoid big shots, and if he does, he should cruise on the feet or on the mat. If he can win he can honestly win by any manner. I like him as a money line, just kind of like a parlay piece. If you wanted to go for gold here, take Ferreira by KO because that is absolutely live. This one could flip in the matter of seconds because Ferreira's got a big overhand punch that we absolutely love to watch. Next, we got Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's an absolute dog. I'm a big fan of him as well. And this one should be a very good fight. I think it's going to be very close. Michael Johnson is minus 128 there on the money line. Drew Dober plus 100. I think this fight stays on the feet for the most part. I think the volume is going to be pretty close. I think Johnson's has the immense speed advantage, but Dober, he's got power and strength edges as well. I think the judges will be needed on this one most likely. I think this one goes to decision. I think the best bet for this one is probably that it does go the distance. But give me Michael Johnson here on the money line, minus 128. That one might be a little bit biased. I am a fan of him. But Drew Dober is definitely live as well there at that plus 100. And then we got the young fella, Raul Rojas versus Rob Font. This one should be another good one. Now, Rojas is the heavy favorite. And I think Rojas, he's good, man. But people are going to bet him. A lot of people are going to bet him. I don't think he's going to take this one. This should be a pure striker versus grappler matchup. Now, if Rojas lands those takedowns, then he'll win the minutes. He could even finish Font off. If he can't land the takedowns, I think Font just absolutely pieces him up. He's got a much longer career. I know everybody wants to back Rojas. That makes me want to go the other way here. So we're going to take Rob Font. You could take him on the money line for plus 164. I like him to get the knockout. I think it's going to either be a knockout or a decision win by Rojas. Really, honestly, this one could go many different ways, but I think the smartest bet on this one would be to back the underdog by knockout, because if he can catch Rojas and not allow him to get those takedowns, I do not think Rojas can strike with him. So we'll take Rob Font there on TKO. And then RDR, someone I'm absolutely immensely high on. I still have a future on him, but he kind of let me down in the last fight. I think both of these guys are well-rounded. Chao Barojo, probably said that wrong. He's a very good fighter. He's the favorite in this one, minus 265, while RDR is plus 200. Now, that kind of makes me want to go with the underdog, sprinkle a little bit on him, but I just think Baroja is just a level above Ryder on the feet. I think the grappling should be at similar levels in this one. I do like Chao should be able to dictate where this fight takes place. I think he's going to end up taking 2 to 3 rounds on this card. I don't see a finish in this one. So give me the favorite by unanimous decision. We're taking Baralho by unanimous decision, but I think the smartest play would just be another parlay piece for you guys would be taking Baralho. Next, the one we've all been waiting for. I really hope RDR wins, though. I don't know if I'll bet that one just because I am a big RDR fan. But the one we've been waiting for, Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, 2 absolute legends. The last fight card, I'd be going to this fight, but I got some family stuff going on. Plus, now I'm sick, so I guess it worked out that I didn't go ahead and drop all that money to go to this fight. Last fight I went to live was Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier down in New Orleans. Dustin Poirier is my absolute favorite of all time in the UFC, so I had to go to his retirement fight. Amazing fight, but Max Holloway won pretty convincingly. There was moments for Dustin in that one, but Max Holloway won that one pretty convincingly. I hate to say it, but I think he was kind of taking it easy on him too. Max Holloway is an absolute stud. He's a striking genius. I think this is going to be an absolute amazing fight between 2 former champs. I can honestly see it go either way, but this is where I'm going to give you my official free pick that you guys can lock in, because it's my favorite pick on the night here. Oliveira, he is a good striker too, but he'll be more of a moments guy on the feet. I think that Holloway, with the volume and the precision, is just going to absolutely dominate him on the feet, so he's going to have to shoot for takedowns. I'm a big Oliveira guy. I'm a big Max Holloway guy. I love both of these guys. I think the most likely outcome here is a Max Holloway knockout. So if you wanted to take that one, go on ahead, especially if they end up pointing on the ground. I mean, they did it in New Orleans, and Poirier even said in his post-fight interview, he swung with him for a minute, felt it getting dicey, and then hugged it out to end the fight because he wasn't going out on his back. So got to respect that from the legend himself. But Max Holloway is absolutely goated. So I think he does probably get the knockout, but I think the absolute best bet in this fight is Max Holloway by knockout there's no really and. or Charles Oliveira by sub. You can play those together. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful piece to mix in. I'd be willing to go on ahead and say that Max Holloway is going to go over his striking and Charles Oliveira probably go under his striking. I still got to dive fully into the striking numbers, see where we're at here. Max Holloway's is probably outrageous, so who knows if he'll go over or under. I really got to dig into that one. But my favorite bet for this one is Max Holloway by TKO, but I think the absolute best bet, better than that, is mixing them both together because I don't think this one goes the distance. I don't think this is a BMF title. I don't think they'll allow it to go the distance. These two guys are going to go in there and go out on their backs, on their shields. They're not going to sit there and wait for the judges to determine the outcome. So give me Max Holloway by TKO or Charles Oliveira by sub. You can mix them together. It's a nice little, it's a double chance there. So that's the play. That's the card. I love this card. We'll try to get you another free play video for Saturday. While we're here, since it did not occur yet, and if you're watching this, luckily early enough, my favorite bet in college baseball, because that is where we make a ton of money, believe it or not, in college baseball. Everybody that's been here knows, but anybody new is probably like college baseball. Listen, it's super exciting. I love baseball, and I think college baseball has stolen my heart away from the MLB. It's just a little bit more fun to watch. We do got a great WBC card as well with the baseball card there for the World Baseball Classic. We had a long shot that lost on the first leg because Japan scored 13. I thought with that pitching matchup that we got in that one, it would go under. Obviously, Japan came to play versus Taiwan or Chinese Taipei, whatever you want to call them. So that sucked, but every other leg looks like it's going to cash on that parlay. It just happened to be the first one that lost, of course, right? I mean, I'd rather the first one than the last. At least it took the hope away. But as I was saying here, if you're watching this one early enough, sorry guys, hold on. Like I said, unedited in this one. But if you're watching this one long enough, my favorite play on the night is probably not Georgia Tech. I love Georgia Tech. That's probably why I said it. It is in the Hawaii Cal Poly game. Under 9.5, still available on some books. If it's 8.5, stay away from it. I also like Cal Poly on the money line there at plus money. There's a couple other ones. You can get the whole card for Friday. There's still tons available. Go down below, visit my buddy Stan, get over to Winnable. There's also ways where you can lock in these plays for free, so take advantage. We're doing a March Madness bracket. I'm not going to waste any more time on that. Just go down below, visit my buddy Stan, get in the Winnable for free, and you'll see it all there laid out for you guys. But that's what we got for the UFC 326. I absolutely love this card. Can't wait to see it. Which I was going in live in person, but I'll have to go to the next one there. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go take some more fucking medicine, I think. I appreciate you guys sticking around, getting it done with me. We'll keep on coming back every time we can, so we'll be here every day.